He is on with an RBI double at second base with 2 outs. So with Millette at second, here is Clay Wisner in a 5-2 lead. Ball is low, and it's now 1-0. There are 2 outs. Millette on at second. He is now 2 for 2 here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's Wisner. Pitch flies outside, and it's called a strike at 1-1. So the count runs to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch. Slider outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. So the score 5-2 with a runner at second base. Two balls, 1 strike. Wisner, who is 1 for 1 today with a single and an RBI. Swings and misses there on a breaking ball. Transfer from Malone University. Counted 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at second, Ozzie Millette. Here's the pitch. Fought off foul right side, trying to chase it, Latchman Singh. So we'll try to see how long we can stay online here. The Rams Digital Sports Network, unfortunately working off of a hotspot, folks. And a lot of times when we're running off of that, the only thing that's holding the Wi-Fi together is prayer. So just keep praying at home. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swung on, lifted shallow left, make it center field. Locascio lets it drop. Millette on his way around third. Throw to the plate, skips in, tag! He got him! What a throw by Locascio! And Millette is rifled down at home plate. So that is it for the second inning. Bluefield College still leads by 3, though. It is 5-2 here onto the third inning. Ben Kaufman on for Bluefield College. And Kaufman deals a breaking ball right down the middle. It miss somehow. Tariq Latchman Singh up to the plate. It is the 4-5-6 due-up lefty-righty matchup. 5-2 the score. Bluefield up by 3. We're on to the third inning. The pitch, it's a fastball hitting on the outside corner, strike 1. Bluefield scoring 4 in the first, 1 more in the second. Montreat has scored a run in each frame. The pitch, fastball outside. Kaufman trying to retire the leadoff man for the first time today. 2 balls, 1 strike. 5-2 the score. BC leads by 3 here in Game 2 of this 3-game set. The offer, swinging a shot into center field, running to the right, caught up to it. Nate Cobb, boy. He jolted into the position that ball, and he almost overran it. Either way, it's an F8 into the books, and the leadoff man retired. So nobody on. Here comes Ray Guntz, the first baseman. Look at the third baseman, actually. Latchman Singh, the first baseman. 5-2 Bluefield leads. Back in the camo jerseys here. Now the offer. Outside and high. Ball one. So, pretty packed week of Bluefield College sports. Unfortunately, weren't able to broadcast the game yesterday here at Bowen, where the Rams ended up winning 7-6. 1-0. Ground ball left side. Skips into the glove of Zapsos. Pops onto first in time. Before that point, the fringe from the grass to the infield dirt has been so tough on these middle infielders today. We saw the second baseman in Wetmore, who comes up to the plate now, a ball absolutely ate him up, and a ground ball from Taylor Moe hit from the grass to the infield dirt and popped up about 6 feet with the wicked spin of the ball. And Zapsos able to play that well. You can kind of hold your breath when a ball is hit hard on the ground on the infield side. So, first pitch with 2 outs to the righty goes outside, ball one. 5-2 the score. Bluefield College leads. One ball, no strikes. Cardona positions outside the offer. Popped up right side, fringe of the outfield to the infield. Wisner backs up, called off by Meach, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the third inning, worked by Kaufman. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. It's 5-2 onto the bottom of the third here in Bluefield. Daniel Willey still on, or now starting on the mound here in the third inning. It's 5-2. First pitch is swung on and cranked out to left field. Running back Garcia. He can't get there. Make that Padilla anyway. Around first and on to second. Moe is in with a stand-up double. So Moe going opposite field on the first pitch he saw from Daniel Willey. And Bluefield College has a bit of a table set here in the bottom of the third inning. They scored 4 runs in the first, 1 more in the second. Here comes Elijah Lewis, who had a 2-run single his last time up. So it'll be Moe, Lewis, and Meach, all part of the 5, 6, 7 of the lineup. In the camouflage, 5-2 the score. Righty, and the offer from Willey. Swinging a ground ball, hit on the ground, over to Gantz, and it goes through his glove. On to third goes Moe, and runners are on the corners. Meanwhile, here on to second goes Elijah Lewis. So Lewis, aggressive base running. See if they call that a hit. It was pretty much scorched over on the third base side, and Gauntz couldn't reel it in. And now with Willie, 2 pitches, 2 runners on, 5-2 the score, and a way for David Meach knock in a couple of more runners to escalate this already 3-run lead. Bailey Engel on the call. We're happy to have you along for this bumpy ride here on a Sunday. Gray clouds overhead, 2 games. This one will be 9 innings, then the next one 7. Although Bluefield College already up by 3 and hitting the ball extremely well with 7 hits, trying to work up a good enough for a mercy ruling. Kaufman dealing his first scoreless frame, though, there in the 3rd inning. No balls, no strikes, no outs for David Meach. 5-2. On to third is Taylor Moe. At second, Elijah Lewis. Comes the offer. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Count at 1-0. The pitch. Watches it low and in. So 2 balls, no strikes. First couple of pitches that Willie has thrown that Bluefield has laid off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Watches that one outside, 3-0. So now, after giving up a couple of hits on the first couple of pitches, make that actually an E5 that allowed Lewis to get on. Now the pitch. Swinging a foul tip, took a cut at a 3-0, and it rolls through Liriano on the breaking ball. Count of 3-1, 2 men in scoring position. Bluefield College already leading by 3. It's 5-2. Wind blowing in towards home plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Moe on at third. Lewis on at second base. Rams scored 4 in the first, 1 more in the second. Flirting with doing so here. 3-1. Inside, and it looked like that hit him. Either way, it was going to be ball 4. Meach on to load the bases with no outs. And it's not a banner beginning to the day for Daniel Willie. Here is Joseph Cardona for Bluefield. The base is juiced, and the wind flowing out towards left field. (5-2). Bluefield already leads by 3. Dugout getting into it on the first base side of the pitch. Watches that one, break inside and low, ball 1. A decent pitch there for Willie. 1 ball, no strikes. The offer. Swinging a hard hit ground ball right side. Snagged and dropped by Wetmore. Into right field, and everyone is safe. 6-2. Wetmore had it in the glove. It's another error. 4th one of the day on Montreat. Lewis on to third. Meach at second. And Cardona on with an E4 for Anderson Zapsus. Upstate New York native stands in on the left side. 6-2. Bluefield College with 7 hits and now 4 errors on the board for Montreat. No outs, bases loaded. The offer. So we get another chopper right side. Wetmore this time has it in the webbing of his glove. Throws to first in time for the first out. But Elijah Lewis comes in to score at 7-2. Zapsus able to drive in a run on the 4-3. So now, runners in scoring position with Meach at third and Cardona at second. Back to the top of the lineup and Jeremy Garcia. He has batted in each inning so far for Bluefield. Here we are in the bottom of the 3rd. Rams already up 7-2. 4 errors on the board for Montreat. One sails outside to the lefty, ball 1. One of the Rams are fired up. 3rd conference series so far this year. They took 2 of 3 on the road in Barberville against Union. Then against Milligan, came back and won the rubber match 1-0. High and away, 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. That's a barking from the first base side. Rams trying to get Willie rattled here. The 2-0 from the righty. Swinging another chopper foul going right into the body of the catcher, Liriano. Count of 2-1. Here's the offer. Outside and high. 3 balls, 1 strike. (7-2) the score. It's been the longest plate appearance so far of this inning. Jeremy Garcia with 2 men in scoring position. Offer. Inside and low. Ball 4. Garcia loads up the bases with 1 out. Montreat hoping for a double play to get them out of this jam. Do have a couple of pitchers warming up in the bullpen in just the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rams have scored in every frame so far, leading by 5. It's 7-2. And here's Nate Cobb, reached on a walk back in the 1st inning, came around to score a run. The pitch. Breaking ball, 12-6 curve, finds its way into the zone. Really hung it up there for strike 1. Count runs 0-1. These errors really penalizing Montreat so far as the Rams have scored 2 runs already in the 3rd inning. The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball straight at Wetmore. Off the hop, throws to second in time. On to first. Got him. 4-6-3 double play, and just what the doctor ordered for Montreat to get out of that inning. So Bluefield College scores 2 runs and now leads 7-2 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Norman Kelly and the 7-8-9 due up against Ben Kaufman here on a Sunday. Game 1 of this doubleheader, game 2 of the series. Bluefield already up 7-2 against Montreat off of 7 hits. And the Cavaliers have already committed 4 errors in this one. Billy Engel on the call for you. Is that one by Kelly is ripped into the Montreat bullpen on the left side, out of play. He came around to score a run after being walked by Kaufman to start out the 2nd inning. Then Kaufman worked his first 1-2-3 frame in the top of the 3rd. Here's the 0-1. Fastball skips in inside, and the count runs 1-1. So a ball and a strike. Breaking ball high. Count goes to 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 7-2 the score. Kaufman, he deals outside. Well, Kaufman did a good job there in that 3rd inning, and really, respectively, only giving up a run in each of the first 2 frames after a tough start to each one, except for that 3rd frame. Here's a 3-1. Check swing, foul ball, and I think that Norman Kelly would have loved to have that one back on that check swing. Just got a piece of it and rolled over to the Bluefield College dugout. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on. Leadoff man. That one golfed out to left field. Wind pushing it. Millette turns around, and that one is out of here. Norman Kelly takes the payoff pitch to left center field. Check that. It was Garcia that watched it go. Either way, a home run. Kelly has scored twice. So now it's 7-3. 4-run lead for Bluefield. Noah Medina, the shortstop, had a sacrifice bunt his only time up to the plate. Now stands in on the right side. His team within 4 here in the top of the 4th inning. The offer and a fastball that rides high for strike 1. Count it 0-1. Slight wind blowing out towards left field, but Kelly got enough of it anyway. That one up the middle, a bouncer into shallow center. Good enough for a base hit for the shortstop. Rams getting up and moving in the pen as well. Already up by 4. Don't want to get into a situation like they did against Milligan last week in game 1 of that doubleheader where Bluefield had a 5-run lead, ended up giving up 8 unanswered to the Buffaloes. Runner at first and no outs. Breaking ball misses inside just by a tad. Ball 1. Runner at first. Noah Medina. Norman Kelly hit a home run to start out here in the top of the 4th inning. Comes a 1-0. Winging a foul ball off of the body of Liriano. Count goes to 1-1 for the catcher who reached on a single back in the 2nd inning. Ball to strike with no outs. Breaking ball. Got him on the right-handed corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Locasio on deck. Only down by 4. Even with the 4 errors, Montreat not out of this one. Comes a 1-2. Skips in the dirt. Cardona plays in front, throws to second, not in time, and actually got bailed out as that ball skipped past Zapsas. But on the hop, hit Medina, who's into second base after the wild pitch. So now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Wipes away the opportunity of a conventional double play up the middle. In these gray jerseys, Kaufman not necessarily in a pitcher's duel right here. Montreat has already thrown a couple of pitchers already. Willie gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's a 2-2. Popped up, right side foul. Mo calls for the ball, sets under it, makes the catch, 1 away. And that'll flip the lineup card back over to the top of the lineup. Joseph Locasio stands in. Couple of singles today for him. Also had an RBI his last time up. 7-3 the score. Kaufman trying to defend that lead. Already has given up a home run here in the 4th inning. Now the pitch. Breaks low. Didn't miss by much. I'm back with a breaking pitch. Lefty to righty here. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. Hit high in the air, left field. Should be staying in the ballpark. Garcia stands under it, makes the catch. And interestingly enough, Medina didn't even flirt with tagging up to go to 3rd. All right, now there is 2 outs on the board. Rafael Padilla steps up. Padilla hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. 7-3. Bluefield up by 4. Lefty Kaufman checks second. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball. Good frame job by Cardona as that notches on the left part of the plate. Count rolls to no balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Inning started off with a home run from Norman Kelly. The pitch goes outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. I got a couple of dogs in the ballpark today. Bark at the Park night. I don't think we had that in the year I was able to call baseball here at Bowen for the Bluefield Blue Jays. It's the pitch. Breaks on the outside portion of the plate, strike 2. I noticed that usually when there's a Bark at the Park night and the national anthem plays, it's the loudest song, and all the dogs start howling. At least that happened at the Diamond Richmond Flying Squirrels game one time for me. And I don't think the dogs ever really recovered from that. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing at a ground ball up the middle. Kaufman gloves it, pounds it down to the dirt, races to first in time. Well, that could have been scary, but Padilla retired on a good play by Kaufman. So now we are on to the bottom of the 4th. 1 run on the homer, and Medina left in scoring position. We'll be back, bottom of the 4th. Bluefield leads 7-3. Ozzie Millette to lead it off here in the bottom of the 4th. Bluefield leads 7-3. Aguilera now on the mound after just 1 inning of work from Willie for Montreat. And now for Bluefield, trying to add to this already 4-run lead on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bailey Engel on the call. Ozzie Millett, a single and a double today. He scored a run back in the first and drove in one in the second. The fastball rises high on ball one. Count goes 1-0. The 3-4-5 due up in those camouflage jerseys for Bluefield here at Bowen. 4 errors on the day for Montreat. Here's the 1-0. High and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Got a 2-0 righty-righty, big kick in the offer. And notches on the outside portion of the plate for 2-1. Well, Millett hit that ball very confidently out to left field last time out. Comes a 2-1. Popped up. Shallow center. Could be no man's land for Locascio. And able to back up and make the catches Wetmore anyway. So 1 away to begin things here well for Montreat. In the bottom of the 4th inning, here is Clay Wisner. Wisner, a couple of singles today. Remember, to end the 2nd inning, Wisner singled to center field. Millett tried to come home to score, and he was thrown out at the plate by Locascio, the center fielder. First pitch skips outside and low to the Ohio native, ball 1. Count runs 1-0. Righty Wisner awaits. High and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Looking over at Mike White, the head coach of Bluefield College, trying to seal a series win. Montreat winless in the conference so far, the team from North Carolina. Wisner sends the ball out to right field. Could be trouble as Kelly storms in, dives, and makes the catch. Oh, Kelly hit a home run to begin the 4th inning, and for the second out of the bottom of the 4th, making a diving grab. And now Wisner is retired for the first time today. So with 2 outs, here's Taylor Moe. Scored a couple of times, 1 for 2, reached on an error by the second baseman in the 1st inning. Lefty awaits. And sees a first pitch strike cross those Rams letters. Moe stroked a double to begin the 3rd inning, came around to score. Count runs to 0-1 with 2 outs. Fouls it back to the backstop. That is now painted blue. Originally was painted green last year, and already in center field also see that the batter's eye is now blue for Bluefield College as well. Now home of the Bluefield Ridge Runners of the Appalachian League. Wind flowing to left, the 0-2. Moe chops it foul, first base side now to play. Chris Allen looking on, the assistant coach for Bluefield College in his first season, coming from Tennessee Wesleyan. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Comes the offer. Fouled away again. So he stands in. No balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th. 7-3 Bluefield. Rams have not had a scoreless frame today. 4 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, and then 2 more in the 3rd. Well, Aguilera here could flirt with making it the first 0 on the scoreboard for Bluefield. Dances into the 0-2. Fouls it away, this time on the left side on a fastball and into the parking lot. No balls, 2 strikes. Good at-bat so far for Moe. And Aguilera, got to give it to him, going through the meat of the lineup, retiring both Millett and Wisner. Comes another 0-2. Moe pops it up. This one should be playable. Gaunts towards the warning track in foul territory and makes the catch for out number 3. Bluefield retired in order for the first time today, and now we're on to the fifth. It's 7-3 Rams. Caleb Abshire leading off the fifth inning for Montreat. 7-3 Bluefield. College Abshire flew a ball out to center field his last time up in the second inning. And now facing off against Kaufman again. Swung on and a hard hit ground ball. Scooped up by Zapsos. Throws to first in time. One pitch, one out. That's the way that Kaufman would prefer it. So now with a 6-3 etched into your scorebooks at home, Bluefield College leads in this one by 4 with one out in the top of the fifth inning. Rams are 8-8, but more importantly, 5-2 in the AAC at the moment. Montreat 9-15, 0-7 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Not a banner start to the year. That breaking ball is a bit high and outside to Latchman Singh. He flew out to center as well his last time up in the third inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Latchman Singh part of that 1-2-3 third inning. The only scoreless frame of the day for Kaufman. That one's low. Two balls, no strikes. Rams scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second, then 2 more in the third, and they were held scoreless for the first time today in the home half of the fourth inning. Stroke down the left field line and foul. That's going to hurt a car in the parking lot. It goes 2-1 with one out. Well, it could be a pitcher's nightmare today with that American flag and the POW MIA flag out in left field blowing out. Could help a power hitter on the right-handed side like Latchman Singh. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Couldn't tell if he got a piece of it as it bounced around in the dirt. Cardona signifying you like that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There has been 1 home run today out to left field from Norman Kelly. That was out in the fourth inning as well. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch flies outside. Now the count is full, 3-2. So this is a 9-inning game. Next one's going to be a 7-inning game for Bluefield College in Montreat. Well, at least scheduled to be a 7-inning game. Payoff. Hit on the ground hard. Snag by Millett. Long throw across. Got him. Jumping up Taylor Moe. Well, it was a high throw, and the first baseman bailed him out on the tag. So for Bluefield College, able to breathe a sigh of relief there with the second out recorded. And that'll bring up Ray Gauntz. Gauntz grounded out to short his last time up. Oh, it could have been trouble there. Kaufman just trying to keep his pitch count to a minimum here. Trying to become win eligible as that pitch hits on the outside corner for strike one. Rams might have a arm warming up in the bullpen. Kind of hard to tell from this angle behind the batting facility on the first base side. That bounces away from Cardona. Ball to strike with 2 outs. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ben Kaufman trying to work a 1-2-3, top of the 5th inning. Outside 2-2. So the wind still blowing out towards left field. Gaunt's trying to send one on a ride, possibly past Garcia. Comes a 2-2. Breaking ball misses low and away. 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Comes a payoff pitch. Swinging a high chopper, third base side. Millette fields in fair territory. Throws, skips in, got him. 1-2-3 go the Cavaliers in the top of the 5th inning. Ozzie Millette with a great throw, but an even better scoop from Taylor Moe over at first base. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. We're on to the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-3 Bluefield. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Bluefield. Elijah Lewis ready to lead it off. 7-3 Bluefield College leads. Kaufman dealing another scoreless frame in the top of the 5th off of a couple of good plays at first made by Taylor Moe. 6, 7, 8 of the lineup due up. First pitch to Lewis. He watches it fly outside. He reached on an error his last time up, scored. Also drove in a couple of runs on a single back in the 1st inning. The DH for Bluefield. Got a good amount of pull power. 1-0. Fouls that one off of the body of the catcher, Liriano. Count evens up in 1-1. Aguilar on the mound again, or Aguilera, I should say, on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. Ball and a strike with no outs. One is high and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. So we have game 2 after this. It's going to go 7 innings. This one's scheduled to go the regular 9 for Bluefield. That was a 2-1. High and away again. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rams already won the first game 7-6 last night. Won that one on a walk-off wild pitch. 7-6. Well, Bluefield with a 5-2 record in the AAC, 3-1. Swung on and fouled away right side. Well, Mejia was reaching there to try to drive that ball into fair territory and had a lot of pop on it. But now it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he'll dig back into those Desert Storm camo jerseys again. Payoff. Chops it foul right behind him and rolls towards the Montreat dugout. The Bluefield adding a game on Wednesday against West Virginia Tech. Going to be here at Bowen Field. Another midweek contest for BC. Softball, in case you're wondering, scheduled tomorrow against Johnson University has been canceled. Ready for a payoff. Reached out, fouled away over the awning of the orange seats. We'll do it again at 3-2. Now getting into the heat of our athletic schedule. I mean, we got volleyball on Tuesday, women's volleyball, that is. And those of you who don't know, that is actually a fall sport that's been continued on to the spring. And have that on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And a big story there, as time is called, a student lottery system will allow 25 students into the game at the Dome Gymnasium. So we're going to have fans at the Dome for the first time in this academic year. Comes another payoff. Fouled away, going behind us. And on top of the awning, 3-2. So Mejia turning this into a pretty good at-bat so far. Well, 25 students, that's half the school. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another payoff. Swing and a miss, got him. Rams DH and Elijah Lewis goes down swinging after the long at-bat. And that'll bring up David Meach. Drove in a run back in the first inning and was also hit by a pitch to be left on in the third. Actually, no official at-bats for him today, with that first one being a sacrifice fly out to right field. One away, nobody on. And that almost hits Meach again. Pitch flies inside for ball 1. Gaunt's the third baseman, actually playing up on the third base side. Meach has not really demonstrated that he was thinking about bunting. He's going to dig in on the left side again. It's a 1-0. High and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Already a strikeout in the inning for Aguilera. And it's high for ball 3. Count at 3-0. David Meach up in the count. Aguilera taking his time. Here's the 3-0. That's a strike. A bit inside there. Meach laid off. Good take on 3-0. That was a 3-0. Swinging a high fly ball out to right center field. Backing up Lacasio, and Kelly jumps up and made the catch. Wow, Lacasio reeling it in front of the scoreboard for out number 2. Actually hit the wall right in front of the Bluefield College sign, and now there are 2 outs. Oh, my goodness. Ball had a good amount of drift on it. And a minute in the hands. Now it's Joseph Cardona. Reached on an error his last time up. Two outs, 7-3 the score. Nobody on for Bluefield. Bottom of the 5th inning. Scorches that one foul. Almost takes off the hips of Zapsus in the on-deck circle. It's not like he was warming up on the opposite side of Cardona where he could slice one. He just pulled that one behind him. Cardona down in the count 0-1. Aguilera taking his time with nobody on. Steps, here's the 0-1. Out away, and Cardona down to his final strike here in the bottom of the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes. 7-3, Bluefield leads by 4. An 0-2. Aguilera looks and deals. Ground ball, first base side, and foul. Count goes to 0-2. Here's the pitch. Cardona looks at it on the outside corner on a perfect breaking pitch. And the side retired. Aguilera works a 1-2-3 fifth inning. We are on to the 6th. Bluefield up by 4 at 7-3. Daniel Wetmore ready to lead off here in the 6th inning. Bluefield College up by 4. Kaufman still on the mound, trying to go into a 6th inning of work. Rams conserving the arms to get through this doubleheader. First pitch, and the second baseman watches it high and outside. 6-7-8 due up for the Cavaliers. 0-7 to begin the non-conference or make it the conference slate. Bluefield College right now 5-2, only a loss to Milligan and 1 to Union. 1-0. High and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Lefty-righty matchup. Wetmore flew out to right his last time up. Slight wind out towards left field. Kaufman swinging a ground ball, shot down the third baseline, foul. They get 2 balls and 1 strike. So we got another game after this for 7 innings. And Bluefield will be back here on Wednesday against West Virginia Tech. Bears coming to town from Beckley. The River States Conference, 2-1. Fouled back. The count runs 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two. Slight wind out towards left. The pitch. High chopper right side. Could be tough for Wisner. Jumps in. Gloves. No throw to first. Infield single Daniel Wetmore. Well, it was just perfectly hit into the ground. Ball popped in the air so high. Wisner jumped in. Really the only play he could have made there is if he barehanded it, and that's asking a lot because still Wetmore was very close to first even with that. So Norman Kelly, he hit a home run, the game's only home run back in the 4th inning. Here we are in the 6th with no outs and a runner at first. Rams want a double play, leading already 7-3. Montreat, interestingly enough, has out-hit Bluefield with 8 hits. That breaking ball goes on the inner portion of the plate for strike 1. The big difference, though, 4 errors for the Cavaliers, and those 4 were done through 2 1/3. Couple of tough hops for the Cavs. Comes the 0-1. Another breaking ball and a pretty pitch from Kaufman on the inside corner. So he's up in the count 0-2. Kelly ran a full count the last time up when he hit that home run. Four-run lead for Bluefield. Time called by Kelly. Did not appear that Kaufman took a very long time to get that out there. It on the left side and a foul ball. Millette throw to first in time for the out, but that was just foul by about an inch to the left side. No balls, 2 strikes. No outs. The pitch. Outside, Cardona lets it pop in the glove, and that is a pass ball that allows Wetmore to get into scoring position. So wipes away the scoring, the double play opportunity. And now into scoring position goes Wetmore for Kelly in a 1-2 count. (7-3) the score. And the 1-2. Checked at it, went inside, ball 2. Right at the ankles, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the Rams have had their faith in Kaufman, just giving up 3 runs, but 8 hits. Bluefield's offense getting a really good head start there in the bottom of the first inning. That's really changed the trajectory of the game with Kaufman on the mound. Rams with that 4-run cushion can allow Kaufman to go a little bit deeper into the game to conserve some arms for Bluefield. Was it 2-2? Lays off it. Cardona lets it roll, and Wetmore stays at second base. Didn't want to even try to run over to the corner. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes. They did appeal to the umpire. Kelly held up. So now 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Dropped on the ground. Cardona throws to first. It's high, but Mo reels it in. And there's a strikeout for Kaufman. So now 7-3. Noah Medina stands in. 1 for 1. Also had a sacrifice bunt. 4-run lead as the wind starts to flow in to home plate. Starting to get a little bit chillier after yesterday. It got up to around 70 degrees. First pitch to Medina is a breaking ball low. That was a 1-0. Didn't miss by much on a fastball outside. Two balls, no strikes. Kaufman fires away. There's a fastball high. 3 balls, no strikes. 7-3 Bluefield leads. Now Medina pitch away from being walked, so maybe the Rams can try to turn to double play to get out of the inning. 3-0, back in the zone on another fastball from Kaufman. Wind still flowing out pretty consistently towards left field for the shortstop. Montreat making the trip up from North Carolina, former home of Reverend Billy Graham. It was a 3-1. Inside and low, ball 4, so a walk. Medina reaches. Keeps Wetmore at second base, so now there's a force at every bag. Here's Liriano. Popped up to the first baseman in Mo his last time. Singled back in the second. It's 7-3. 2 men aboard here in the bottom of the sixth, or excuse me, the top of the sixth inning. Got him waving on a pitch there. Well out in front on the changeup, strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Comes the 0-1. Ground ball left side. Millette watches it roll into the 5-6 hole. Fielded by Garcia. And now the bases are loaded as that throw skips in. Kaufman able to glove it on the backup. But Liriano on with a single. Bases are juiced full of Cavs. Wetmore to third. Medina to second and back to the top of the lineup with Joseph Locasio, who flew out to left his last time up. Wearing number 2 in that eerily close to a Yankees jersey. Gray with the navy blue letters on the back, Montreat on the front, AAC patch on the left side. Rams have the AAC patch on the right side in those camo jerseys with the Rams lettering on the front and camo. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Center fielder winces at that call. Rams want a double play to get out of this inning. Swing of the bat could tie the game. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swinging a high chopper. Zapsas plays it back. Only play at first. Throw. Stretch Mo. He got it. But a run scores Wetmore. It is now 7-4 with 2 outs. Medina to third. Liriano retired. Liriano is at second. Medina at third. Locasio retired and gets the RBI. Pitch in the dirt. Here comes the runner, and he will score. 7-5 on a wild pitch. Padilla backs out of the way. Medina's in to score. It is now a 2-run game. Count to 1-0. Bluefield led at 1.7-2. Now it's 7-5. The pitch. Padilla ducks. It's at his head. 2 balls, no strikes. Grounded out to the pitcher his last time up, the left fielder. Nine hits on the afternoon so far for Montreat. Comes a 2-0. Ripped into center field. Catch is made in center. Wow, by Nate Cobb. He glided to the left, dove at the last second and reeled it in, robbing Padilla of a base hit and an RBI. So now it is 7-5. Bluefield only leads by 2, trying to get some runs when we come back in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the sixth coming up here in Bluefield. Rams only up by 2 now. Montreat has came back with 3 unanswered runs after Bluefield College led at 1.7 to 2. So here we are with a 9-1-2 up against Aguilera. Zaps us to the plate, drove in a run on a grounder back in the 3rd inning. That first pitch from the righty to the lefty is a fastball, high ball 1. So it'll be Zapsos, Jeremy Garcia, and Nate Cobb all due up for Bluefield, trying to clinch the series in Game 2 of the series Game 1 of the doubleheader. As the 1-0 is popped up left side. Gauntz in foul territory makes the catch, and the side retired. Rams have sent 7, make it 8 straight to the plate, retired 7 straight by Aguilera. Jeremy Garcia stands in. Last time up, he walked. 0 for 1 today, grounded out to short as well. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Comes a 1-0. It's high, 2 balls, no strikes. Pretty lackluster weather evening for Bluefield today. Weather afternoon, I should say. 2-0. Inside, Garcia went down to the ground for that. 3-0. Had some great weather yesterday over at Mitchell Stadium and over here at Bowen in the afternoon. Fortunately, we weren't able to stream that first game. It was a warm day. First day, it really felt like spring and a weekend here in Bluefield. That pitch is high on the 3-0, and Garcia is the first base runner allowed by Aguilera. Nate Cobb steps up to the plate, hit into an inning-ending double play his last time up in the 3rd. Was outside in high ball 1. Top of the 7th inning. Coming up after this, if Bluefield's able to drive in some runs here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Two balls, no strikes. Wind flowing out to left again. See what Nate Cobb can do. The center fielder who just make a heck of a grab. Watches that one on the inside portion of the plate. 2-1. High Native takes a couple of big cuts. Ozzie Millette on deck for Bluefield. Count runs 2-1. Aguilera deals. Swing and a miss. Lariano with a pump fake trying to throw it back to first. He's going to just eat it and give it back to the pitcher. 2-2. Cobb was well out in front of that one. Righty-lefty. As Bluefield tries to make its way through yet another conference win, it'd be great for Mike White and company to win the first 3 conference series of the year. 2-2. Inside, hit him on the foot on the breaking ball that broke just a little too hard for Aguilera. So after retiring the first 7 batters he saw, Garcia is on to second after being walked, and Nate Cobb getting plunked in the foot. Ozzie Millette up to the plate, and this could be potentially a pitching change, maybe just a visit with 1 out here. They have yet to signal to the bullpen that Aguilera is out. As a betting man, I'd like to think that Aguilera just stays in just after this big conference. Bluefield leads by 2. Ozzie Millette trying to drive in a couple more runs for the Rams. Bluefield College only with 7 hits, but the big factor here, obviously, the 4 errors in the first 2 1/3 for Montreat made it really tough for the Cavaliers to try to come back. Now, they've almost done so, only down by 2. A lot more baseball to play as well. Our PA announcer slash SID slash DJ, has really found something he likes when he's playing that Jeopardy song. We played that yesterday during football 3 times, maybe the maximum volume. 7-5 the score. Bluefield College leads by 2. Conference is over, and Aguilera stays in. Big chance for Ozzie Millette with 1 out. Aguilera, biggest jam he's ran into today with 2 men aboard. First pitch, a fastball buried low and away. Count goes to 1-0. Millette doubled back in the second inning. He popped up to the second baseman the first time he saw Aguilera. 2 for 3 on the day. Long await. Fastball outside at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-run lead for Bluefield. Base hit could potentially break it open a little further. 2-0. Outside, pick off to first, skips off the glove of Latchman-Singh. On to second, to third, Nate Cobb, make it Garcia. Cobb stays at first, runners on the corners, and Bluefield College now hopes that Millette can get it through the infield, trying to get it past Medina and Wetmore for that tailor-made double play. But even if that happens, got a speedy runner from Garcia, then it wouldn't matter. Here we go. Ozzie Millette. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out. He waits at the plate. Bluefield's power hitter. That was a 3-0. Took a swing at a 3-0. Shoots it to shallow right. Charging in. Catch is made by Kelly. Tagging up Garcia. It's 8-5 Bluefield. And Mike White looks over across the field, and he's like, well, took a swing at a 3-0, drove in a run, almost dropped in. Kelly is having a dynamite game for Montreat. But Garcia comes in. It's a sacrifice fly for Ozzie Millette to get the job done. A 3-run lead for Bluefield. First time the Rams have scored since the 3rd inning. Here we are in the 6th. Cobb stays at first. Here comes Clay Wisner for BC. Well, the first pitch, Cobb takes off. It's in the dirt, bounces away from Liriano, and Cobb is on at second base with no throw. That takes away the double play opportunity. Smart base running by Nate Cobb. Wisner flew out to right his last time up. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI as well as a run scored. Almost had his second RBI back in the second inning when Millette was thrown out at home. Aguilera checks the runner. Pitch goes on the outside portion of the plate for strike 1. So there are 2 outs, 1-1 count with a runner at second base. Base knock makes it potentially 9-5. Long look at second, 1-1. Outside, just missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rams bringing a run home without getting a hit in this inning yet. And it's a little bit different than what we've seen out of Bluefield College in the past, and we've talked about that with Mike White. It's a team that doesn't hit a ton of home runs, but is able to rack up those needed base hits to move runners around on the paths. Now Wisner trying to do that here as Bluefield started off the inning with a pop-up to the third baseman from Zapsos. Garcia walked. Nate Cobb hit by a pitch. He's at second. Ozzie Millette drove in Jeremy Garcia on a fly out to right. That was a 2-1 to Wisner. Swung on it, fouled away right side and into the trees. So now the count runs even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Bluefield College with a 3-run lead. Standing back in, Wisner awaits. Aguilera's been the most consistent pitcher for the Cavs today. Small lead at second for Cobb. He's taken off. Swinging a high fly ball on the 2-2. Running in Locasio and makes the catch after initially backing up. So now this side is retired. But the Rams score 1 run, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left in scoring position. We head to the 7th inning. Bluefield leads by 3. It's 8-5. Abshire leading it off here in the 7th inning. 8-5 the score. Cody Gardier now on the mound, replacing Kaufman, who is now in line for the win. Rams with 3 runs of insurance for Gardier, who inherits Abshire at the plate. Here's the pitch. And a nasty breaking pitch etches into the corner. Strike 1. Well, Bluefield College leading 8-5. They led at 1.7-2. Got back to be 7-5 after 3 unanswered for Montreat. Here comes the 0-1. Skips away from Cardona. And it is now ball 1. Abshire grounded out to short his last time up in the 5th inning. Montreat only with 2 scoreless frames in this one. Same for Bluefield, but the big one, the bottom of the 1st. Here's the pitch. Outside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Where the Rams scored 4 runs. Getting out to a 4-1 lead. 2-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Breaking ball ripped on the ground, off the glove of Millett and into left field. There's a base hit. Abshire rounds first. He's going to stay there after Garcia relays the ball in. And for Abshire, a loud single to begin things here in the 7th inning. Millett tried to go on the backhanded stab, but that ball was absolutely scorched down to the hot corner. Tariq Latchman Singh. Latchman Singh grounded out to third his last time out. Got tagged by Taylor Moe. Pitch. High fly ball to left field. Garcia turns around, and you can kiss that one goodbye. 2-run bomb, and now it's a 1-run game in the top of the 7th. That was a no-doubter right off of the bat. And Montreat climbing back into this ball game. Big swing from Tariq Latchman Singh. Cleanup hitter getting the job done. 1-run game, 8-7. Mind you, that's the 10th hit for Montreat. Cody Gardier starting out a bit rough here, giving up a couple of hits. First pitch to Ray Gauntz. Fastball outside and low. Now all of a sudden for Montreat, trailing by 5, found themselves back down by just 1. Swing of the bat can tie the game here. Here's the 1-0. Outside and low, 2 balls, no strikes. Third baseman up to the plate wearing number 22. Comes a 2-0. Off the end of the bat, swung over to Wisner. Tough hop, eating him up a tad bit, but stays with it. Throw the ball to first base. These hops terrorizing the Bluefield and Montreat infielders alike. And you got to wonder for Montreat, with those 4 errors in the first 2 innings, that is why Bluefield is up by 1. Montreat has done a better job at the plate so far today. A couple of homers, including one from the man on deck and Norman Kelly. Wetmore singled and scored a run his last time up. Some fastball hits on the outside corner, strike 1. 8-7 the score, 1 out, nobody on. Cody Gardier with a high kick in the offer. Fastball spins and ricochets off the body of Cardona to fling back into the backstop, which is deep but doesn't really matter right now with nobody on. Ball and a strike. Comes a 1-1. Sails high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Now chin high for Wetmore. 8-7, a 1-run game. The pitch. Swinging a hard hit bouncer over to Zapsos. Gloves it. Easy throw to first. Tag. Missed him and then couldn't dive back. Wetmore dives back to the bag and is safe on the E6. Off target throw. First error of the ball game for Bluefield. I'll bring up Norman Kelly. Kelly struck out his last time against Kaufman, but he's 1 for 2 today, a home run, a couple of runs scored. That home run was a solo shot to begin things in the 4th inning. First pitch, inside and low, ball 1. Both of those home runs, interestingly enough, went to that exact same place. Not to take anything away from Kelly's home run, but I think that Latchman Singh's home run did not need any air pushing it. That guy got a hold of it. Here comes a 1-0 from Gardier. High and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. And I think Kelly cleared the ball with some space as well. Count at 2-0. Pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Gardier, this is his first inning of work right now. Kaufman is in line for the win. Potential save opportunity for Gardier. Count at 2-1 after Kaufman went 6 innings. We're in the top of the 7th right now. Runner at first. Comes a 2-1. Shot foul right over the Bluefield dugout, and the count evens at 2-2. Another check swing from Norman Kelly. No Medina on deck. I just want a double play to get out of this inning. Over at first, Daniel Wetmore reached on an E6. Gardier relaxes, checks, 2-2. Breaking ball, cut on, base occupied, and miss. So a strike 3 call. Gardier was ready to go to the dugout. That's only the second out of the inning. And Kelly chasing something in the dirt for the second straight inning. So tying run at first base. Here is Noah Medina. (8-7) the score. First pitch. High and outside. He watched it for ball 1. Gardier just trying to calm this potential rally for Montreat. 2 runs scoring in the inning off the home run from Latchman Singh. That was tattooed out to left field. 1-0. Fouled away on the right side of the backstop. 1-1. Two gone. Rams trying to send it to the stretch. Runner goes 1-1. Inside, Cardona throws. Tag. He got him. Joseph Cardona sniping Daniel Wetmore, and Medina left at the plate with a bat in hand. But a couple of runs score on a big home run from Tariq Latchman Singh. It is 8-7, stretch time now in Bluefield as we'll come back for the bottom of the 7th after this. Taylor Moe to lead off a brand new ball game. 8-7 the score. Montreat has rallied back. It's a 1-run game, and Joe Vasquez with the over-the-top delivery deals a fastball outside. Here's what's on the line. Montreat trying to come back to win its first conference game of the season. Bluefield College in danger of giving up a 5-run lead, but also trying to win the series. Taylor Moe watches yet another fastball. Spike in the dirt outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Moe, Lewis, and David Meach all do a 5, 6, 7 of this Bluefield lineup. Got a 2-0. Vasquez slows it down. Blows a fastball by him that time. Big cut and a miss, strike one. Going to be back with a 7-inning game right after this. But right now, Bluefield College trying to silence a comeback from Montreat. Comes a 2-1. And the righty puts a perfect fastball in the inner corner, or outside corner, I should say. Evens it up at 2-2. Mo reached on a double in the third, popped out to the third baseman in the fourth inning. Stands, kicks, and offers. Popped up on a fastball again, and it flies out of play. We have seen just nothing but fastballs from Vasquez. Tall right-hander with the gray pants hiked up at the knees and the striped socks. Actually, the only Montreat player with the pants hiked up. Comes another 2-2. Got him. Went high in the hands, cut and a miss. Strike three, and Taylor Moe is retired. One out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Comes Elijah Lewis for Bluefield. Nobody on for Lewis. He went down swinging against Aguilera, who pitched a heck of a 3 innings in middle relief. Fastball skips away. Bluefield College scored 1 run in the bottom of the 6th inning. But since the Rams led 7-2, they have been outscored 1-5. And 7-2 after 3 innings. 1-0. Got a miss. Strike one. Fastball's working well for Vasquez so far. Steps in a 1-1 high up at the chin and makes it 2-1. So Bluefield, they've won the first 2 conference series they played this year. Mike White says, particularly after that first game against Milligan where the Rams won by 8. Here's a 2-1. Skips away on a fastball, 3-1. That's some of the best baseball we've played all season. And Bluefield College certainly has a lot of energy in that dugout. But do they have enough here to push past a Montreat team that has really hit the ball well off of Bluefield pitching today? Kaufman and Gardier surrendering 10 hits. Here's a 3-1. Inside corner, strike 2. Lewis knew that and stayed in the box. 3-2. That was a payoff from Vasquez. Reaches, ground ball off the glove of Vasquez, rebounded at short, throw to first by Medina in time. So score that is a 1-6-3. Vasquez threw off the trajectory of the ball, bounced it over to Medina at short, and then he rifled on to first for the second out of the bottom of the 7th. A little bit of an unlucky bounce there for Lewis, who hit the ball pretty hard up the middle. Here's David Meach. Hitless today, but does have an RBI. Looks at that first pitch inside, ball 1. Vasquez trying to work a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th inning. Meets the right fielder. Waits on the left-handed side. Here's the 1-0. Watches it high and outside. Up in the count, 2-0. A little bit of wind flowing out towards left again. Could help Meach on an opposite field hit. Here's a 2-0. There's a strike down the middle. Kind of laid off the heat there. 2-1. It'll be hard to really pull anything against Vasquez with the amount of juice he's got on this fastball so far. He's throwing it quickly, too. 2-1. Swinging a yank ground fly ball to right, a base hit. So Meach using his pull power out to right. And now has a man on in the bottom of the 7th inning. Joseph Cardona went down looking to end the 5th inning. Steps up for Bluefield. Rams only lead by 1. Wind flowing out towards left center now. First pitch to him. Cardona goes fishing low, strike one. Got a piece of it just by the edge of the bat, gloved by Liriano. No balls, one strike, two outs. Man at first for Bluefield. 0-1. Breaking ball is high, evens the count at one apiece. Bluefield only leading by one. Bottom of the seventh inning. See what the catcher can do here. Up against Vasquez in his first inning of work for the Cavaliers. Looks over his shoulder at Meach. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Went back to the low fastball. Now Cardona down to his final strike. Rams down to their final strike of the seventh inning. Vasquez checks over his shoulder. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Vasquez comes in, strikes out 2 Rams, and Meach left at first after the inning's lone single. So here we are. We go to the 8th inning, 8-7. Bluefield College leads by 1 on to the 8th at Bowen Field. Tyler Lowry on the mound for Bluefield here in the bottom of the 8th inning, makes it the top of the 8th. No, Medina, Liriano, and Lacasio all due up. Lowry deals it outside, ball 1. Gardier only threw 1 inning for Bluefield, surrendered 2 runs on 2 hits. Most notably, the home run from Tariq Latchman-Singh. It's 8-7. Bluefield leads by 1. They've led by as much as 5. The 1-0. That spins into the zone to even it up at 1-1. It's the 8-9-1 due-up for Montreat. Eight 7 the score. Comes the 1-1. Fouled away. Rifling back to the screen. 1-2. Wind still flowing out towards left. We got game 1 of this doubleheader. Next one's going to be 7 innings. Right now, this one to 9. So Lowry trying to stifle a Montreat comeback that has been surging. The pitch. Breaking ball, hung up, and broken out to center field. A base hit. Medina, the tying run on at first base for Liriano. Bluefield 8-8, trying to get over 500. Currently 5-2 in the AAC. Catcher got a couple of singles today. Neon yellow bat throws, tries to bunt it. It lays one down, first base side, and it travels out of play. Foul territory. So, count goes to 0-1. Medina's going to have to go back to first base, and definitely expect Montreat to play a little bit of small ball here, down by just 1. Have the leadoff man on at first. Eight, 7. Backs up. One-run lead. Lowry looks at Liriano. Millette comes in. He's going to bunt it. Lays it down. Good bunt. Millette charges, gloves, throws to first. Scooped out of the dirt by Mo. And the sacrifice is intact. That pushes the tying run over to second base. So Locascio stands in. Been a dangerous hitter today. Has driven in a run back in the 6th inning on a ground out to short. Base hit here ties the game. It's 8-7 Bluefield. One-run lead. A little bit of wind flowing towards left. The pitch. Lowry deals an over-the-top fastball, knee-high, strike 1. 1 out, 8-7. Bluefield up by 1. Center fielders made a couple of good catches today. Ring number 2 on the right-handed side. Plenty of space on the outer portion. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Went right there. Strike 2. Not necessarily crowding the plate. Lowry noticed that and put the pitch right there. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 8th, an 8-7 ball game. Lowry looking out of that Magnum PI mustache. Here's the 0-2. Outside, almost rung him up on a fastball that just missed. Locascio ready to step back in. Backs out again. Locascio getting cheered on by teammates in the third base dugout, checking second. Here comes a 1-2. High and in, Locascio limbo's out of the way. Went to an appeal. Cardona actually thought it was a good enough check swing to possibly get another look at it. So Locascio stands back in. Right-handed side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tying run at second base in Medina. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Huge strikeout for Lowry. Sitting down, Joseph Locascio, and here is Rafael Padilla. That's a big strikeout. Got him reaching. The leadoff man retired. And here is Padilla. Padilla flew out to center field to end the top of the 6th his last time up. It's actually the last batter saw by Kaufman today. So now the first look at Lowry to the left fielder for Montreat with Medina at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Went with a high fastball. Strike 1. Look at the confidence with that red cap on. Lowry checking second. Ball in the right hand. Here's the 0-1. Fly ball foul. Carries out of the ballpark. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lowry trying to sit down Padilla, keep Medina at second base. The potential tying run in scoring position. 0-2. In the dirt, Cardona lost it. Throw to third. Tag. He got him. Well, Medina made a mistake trying to run on Cardona. He had it and beat him by a couple of steps. Padilla left with his bat in his hand. Second straight inning, ending like that for Montreat. So now we go to the bottom of the 8th. Rams searching for insurance when we come back. It's 8-7 Bluefield. Zapsis to lead it off for Bluefield College. 8-7 they lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. Padilla was at the plate with the tying run and scoring position for Montreat in the visiting half of the 8th. Ball was bobbled a little bit in the dirt, but Cardona was able to throw it over to third to retire the potential tying run. Zapsis shows bunt, pulls back, and the count goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Playing up at third, Gaunts. Zapsis swings away here, 1-0. He does and drills it right back to the backstop. Evens up at 1-1. Zapsis with an RBI back in the 3rd inning. Popped up to Gaunts his last time up. Rams led by 5 at one point. It was 7-2. They got a run back in the bottom of the 6th on a sacrifice from Ozzie Millette. Comes a 1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1. Vasquez deals. Over the top fastball goes inside. 3-1 to Zapsis. Bluefield only leading by 1, looking for a little bit more insurance here. Comes a batter's count. Rips it foul. Past Chris Allen. Count runs to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff to Zapsos. It's high for ball 4. Well, he quickly tossed that bat away, ready to go on to first base to lead off things well in the bottom of the 8th inning. Garcia walked and scored a run, and the 6 off of Aguilera. Right now, Kaufman in line for the win, Masterson in line for the loss. Bluefield will see if they go with Lowry to try to end a save in the bottom, make it the top of the 9th. Shows bunt, high chopper, third base side, could be trouble. Punt slips, throw to first, not in time. Zaps is on to second, Garcia at first. believe they have to call that a single, and it looks like they will. That was such a good bunt. It was going to be tough for the third baseman to get up anyway, even if he had not have slipped. So now 2 men aboard. Here is Nate Cobb. Just a 1-run lead for Bluefield. Game 1 of the doubleheader, trying to win the series here. Shows bunt, pulls back. Liriano up to throw. He's just going to give it back to the pitcher. So 8-7. What a single on a bunt by Garcia. You got 2 of your fastest players on the base paths right now. You got to think that anything in the outfield, Garcia will likely score. Vasquez checking at second for Zapsos. Big lead with the sunglasses on. The New York native. He checks. Cobb shows bunt, pulls back, and it's high. 2 balls, no strikes. So the chess match still being played here. Mike White's going to go to the wrist coach and wants to make sure he gets the signs correctly, and he does. Well, it's kind of like World War II code talkers over there. 2 balls, no strikes. He laughing. He's like, hold on, I got to get it right. So Cobb awaits. 2 balls, no strikes, shows bunt, lays it down, and it's a good one, left side. Vasquez fields, and the ball stays in the grass. Bases loaded. Couldn't pick it up in that Bermuda grass in the middle of the infield. 8-7 the score. Everyone is safe. Bluefield perfecting small ball. And they call that a hit, too. So Garcia at second, Zapsos at third, Cobb at first, Ozzie Millette. Deep enough fly ball at least makes it a 9-7 game. Bases loaded, and this really can change things here. Time is going to be called. Bases loaded, no outs, 8-7 the score. And for Bluefield, absolutely loving that because, well, like we've talked about before, where Bluefield College has really perfected or gone with the long ball most of the time. Now they're just playing a little bit more of small ball here. Vasquez's day is done after just 1 inning. He leaves the bases loaded. New man coming in. As we come back, we'll tell you who it is for Montreat. Charles Review comes in, inherits a very tough situation. Bases loaded, no outs, bottom of the 8th. Bluefield leads by 1, 8-7, but a big chance here to really change up the course of the last two innings of this ball game. Ozzie Millette, infield in for Montreat. Millette, big power hitter in the lineup. First pitch, watches it outside and low as Review deals a slider outside, and Liriano had to slide over to glove it, so the count goes 1-0. Zapsos at third, Garcia at second, Cobb at first. The latter two reaching on bunts. 1-0. Curves into the zone, strike two. And the sidewinder make it actually strike one. Evens up the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Bases loaded, that infield still in. They want to throw it home. 1-1. Ground ball straight over to third. Snag by Ponce, throw home. Tag applied on Zapsos. Everyone goes station to station except Zapsos. So Montreat gets the job done, exactly what they wanted to do there. Went home. Gauntz with that great throw home. And Ozzie Millette reaches on a fielder's choice. Garcia to third, Cobb to second, Millette at first. So bases loaded and 1 out, and the infield still in. They don't even want to think about turning a double play here. First pitch. Swinging a ground ball through the 5-6 hole. Base hit. Garcia comes in. He will score. Cobb held up at third, and it's 9-7 Bluefield. So Wisner gets his second RBI of the game, third single of the ball game, and it's a 2-run lead for Bluefield in an inning where they desperately need some runs. 9-7 the score. That's the 11th hit of the ball game, by the way. Cobb to third, Millette at second, Wisner now at first. Infield in with 1 out. Pitch. Mo slings it down the right field line. That is a base hit as it bounces to the warning track. Here comes Cobb. He will score. Millette joining him. Wisner on his way, and he's in there. Throw to third, not in time. Clearing the bases with that one. It was ham-fisted on the relay, so it'll be interesting how they call that. But Millette, Cobb, and Wisner all coming home. It's 12-7 Bluefield. So Mo, let's call it a 3-run double, advancing now on the throw to third. Comes Elijah. The pitch. Hit him right in the shoulder. And he was about a quarter of the way down the baseline before that ball actually hit the ground. So now this game is officially broken open. It's a 5-run lead for Bluefield. David Meach. Now with runners on the corners. Montreat hoping to play for a double play here. 12-7. Bluefield leads a big 8th inning so far. David Meach singled his last time up. That pitch is inside. So 2 runs coming in on Vasquez's accord. And 2 more on reviews as Millette and Wisner have both been home. 1-0. High fly ball, left center field. Lacasio converging with Padilla, and the center fielder makes the catch. Able to tag up his Mo. It's 13-7 Bluefield. And here comes the 9th batter of the inning. Mo makes it 13-7. Elijah Lewis stays at first. Comes Cardona. 6-run lead for Bluefield here in game 1 of the doubleheader. 5 runs already in the bottom of the 8th. Biggest spot of the ball game for Bluefield in a time where they really needed it. Pitch. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Goes through Liriano. Sliding in safely to second, Elijah Lewis. And it's strike 1. So Cardona swinging the bat here. And a base hit makes it 14-7. Remember, we got a 7-inning game after this as well. Comes the 0-1. Reached outside. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, strike 3. And Cardona goes down to end the 8th inning. 13-7 the score. And Bluefield College puts 5 on the board. On to the 9th inning we go. On to the 9th inning. Rafael Padilla steps up to the plate. Bluefield College with a lot more insurance now, up by 6. It's 13-7. Padilla left with a bat in hand there in the 8th inning. Lowry deals a first pitch outside. And did not miss by much as the temperature continues to drop here in Bluefield. 1-0, 2-3-4 due up for this team from North Carolina, the 1-0. There's a strike on Padilla, evens it up in 1-1. 13-7, Rams put 5 on the board in the bottom of the 8th. Loaded up the bases with no outs. Made a lot with that opportunity. Count runs to 1-1. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. Lowry getting the job done on the mound for Bluefield College as of yet. Padilla awaits, digs back in. He's got Abshire and Latchman Singh due up after him. The 1-2. Hit in the air, sky high, left side. Chasing Garcia onto foul territory and made the catch. Wow, he got him. Garcia with the Hustle Award, almost taking himself through the fence into the Montreat bullpen and reels it in for out number 1. Abshire stands in for Montreat. He singled in the 7th and was brought home on the home run from Latchman Singh. That made it 8-7, so that's how big that 8th inning was for Bluefield. Now up by 6, it's 13-7. The pitch breaks right into the zone, strike 1. Boy, Lowry has had good stuff so far. No balls, 1 strike. Coming set, Lowry with a kick in the pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bluefield can feel it after that big 8th inning that they're going to clinch this series here. Already up by 6. And the 0-2. Swinging a foul tip, glove by Cardona, strike 3. Second strikeout for Lowry. And the Rams are an out away from clinching the series here in Game 2 and Game 1 of the doubleheader. Tariq Latchman Singh hit a ball to Jupiter his last time up. 2-run bomb. Now the pitch. Inside, Latchman Singh backs out of the way, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Wind blowing, Lowry deals, swinging a ground ball, shot up the middle, backhanded stab, can't be made by Wisner. Another tough hop, and that is into center field for a 2-out knock. So Latchman Singh on with yet another hit. No balls, 1 strike. So rain starts to drop here. Lowry deals. Right down the middle for strike 1. Count goes to 0-1 with 2 outs. Runner at first. Ray Gauntz. Lowry looks, checks. Third baseman at the plate, the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball right back to Lowry. He's got it, underhands to first, and the Rams clinch the series there with a 13-7 win in Game 1 of the doubleheader. We'll be back for Game 2 in just a moment, but the final score, final lines in this one, Rams scored 13 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. Cavaliers committed 4 errors. They had 7 runs on 12 hits. So Bluefield College 9-8 on the year, 6-2 in the AAC. Montreat falls to a 0-8 start in the AAC and 9-16 overall. So we'll be back in about 30 minutes here on the Rams Digital Sports Network for Game 2 of the doubleheader. And, well, till then, take it easy, Rams fans.